What if I told you that something important is happening inside your brain right now? Something quiet, something most people never even notice, and over time, it can gently affect how clearly you think and remember. As we grow older, many people begin to accept memory loss, brain fog, and slower thinking as a normal part of life. But the truth is, our brains are doing incredible work every single night while we sleep, and understanding this can change everything. When you close your eyes and drift into sleep, your brain begins a natural and powerful cleaning process. It activates a special system often called the brain's cleanup network, which helps wash away waste and toxins that build up during the day. You can think of it like a calm, flowing stream, quietly clearing away what no longer serves you, helping your brain reset, refresh, and prepare for the next day. When this process works well, you wake up feeling clearer, more focused, and mentally refreshed. But as we age, this system can become a little slower. The brain's natural support cells may not work as efficiently, and energy levels inside brain cells can gradually decrease. Over time, this may lead to a gentle buildup of waste, which can affect memory and clarity. But here's the encouraging part. This process can be supported. With the right habits, nutrition, and simple daily choices, you can help your brain do what it was designed to do: clean, restore, and stay sharp. And today, you're going to discover how simple, everyday foods can naturally support this overnight healing process, helping you protect your memory and keep your mind strong. Invisible and deeply insidious buildup triggers rampant neuroinflammation, a raging microscopic fire that systematically and ruthlessly prunes away your precious synaptic connections, slowly erasing the very fragile biological bridges that hold your life's memories, your unique personality, and your ultimate independence. You might initially feel it as just a slight, passing brain fog in the late afternoon, or perhaps a terrifying, freezing moment of hesitation when trying to recall a perfectly familiar word in the middle of a conversation. But beneath those seemingly subtle symptoms is a brain that is highly vulnerable, silently fighting a desperate and losing battle against the unstoppable ravages of time and toxic accumulation. The deep, lingering fear of eventually losing your absolute independence, your precious memories, and your very identity to cognitive decline is undoubtedly one of the most profound and heavy anxieties of the human aging experience. Yet society has taught us to simply accept it with quiet, defeated resignation. But there is an incredibly hopeful, brilliant alternative, a highly measurable and deeply empowering biological solution that can definitively interrupt this destructive cascade and completely restore the structural health and vibrant vitality of your aging brain. It is not found in a highly expensive prescription bottle, and it is certainly not found in a complicated, invasive medical procedure, but rather in the precise, beautifully orchestrated biochemical interactions of specific, powerful nutrients introduced into your body at the exact right time of day. But before we get to those 5 specific foods, you must deeply understand why the concept of timing is the ultimate, non-negotiable master key to unlocking this complex biological puzzle. If you consume the wrong types of processed foods, heavy sugars, or toxic seed oils right before you go to bed, you forcefully compel your body to rapidly divert its vital, limited healing energy away from essential brain repair and entirely toward the agonizing process of digestion and managing massive, destructive spikes in your blood sugar levels. This massive insulin spike directly stokes the raging fires of neuroinflammation and completely shuts down the delicate glymphatic clearance process, leaving the toxic beta amyloid to fester and harden overnight. However, if you intelligently provide your willing body with the exact, precise biological building blocks it desperately craves right before the crucial sleep cycle begins, you can instantly trigger a highly rejuvenating state of robust mitophagy, where the brain actively, aggressively clears out dead, damaged, and mutated mitochondria and rapidly replaces them with fresh, highly efficient, clean-burning energy producers. You can naturally stimulate the massive, cascading release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which acts exactly like a potent, life-giving miracle grow for your aging neurons, rapidly multiplying and heavily strengthening the vital synaptic connections that form the physical foundation of your memory network. This is precisely where the 5 specific, targeted foods come into play, acting not just as empty calories to fill your stomach, but as incredibly potent biological signaling molecules that loudly tell your brain it is finally time to heal, repair, and fiercely regenerate. The very first of these truly extraordinary foods is sardines. Many people completely overlook this humble, inexpensive little fish, but wild-caught sardines are an absolute, undeniable nutritional powerhouse of marine omega-3 fatty acids, particularly the incredibly vital DHA and EPA, which are the absolute fundamental structural components of your delicate brain cell membranes. When you eat sardines before bed, you are directly, intentionally supplying your body with the exact raw materials necessary to permanently repair the microscopic cellular damage incurred throughout your stressful waking day, while simultaneously providing a massive, highly concentrated dose of highly bioavailable vitamin B12. This specific vitamin is absolutely critical for maintaining healthy, robust methylation pathways that keep your delicate neurotransmitters functioning optimally, preventing the devastating buildup of homocysteine, which is a known neurotoxin that aggressively attacks the brain's delicate blood vessels. The potent omega-3s found so abundantly in sardines also act as a fiercely powerful anti-inflammatory agent, directly and rapidly crossing the highly selective blood-brain barrier to actively cool the raging neuroinflammation that constantly threatens your overworked microglial cells, finally allowing them to return to their crucial, life-saving job of clearing away the suffocating beta-amyloid debris while you sleep peacefully. The second absolutely essential food on this transformative list is the avocado, a truly magnificent, incredibly dense source of rich monounsaturated fats and highly protective, powerful antioxidants that deeply, thoroughly nourish the intricate, branching vascular system of the human brain. Your brain, despite being relatively small in size, requires absolutely massive amounts of steady, uninterrupted blood flow to constantly deliver life-sustaining oxygen and vital nutrients to its billions of demanding cells. And the specific oleic acid found so abundantly in ripe avocados perfectly ensures that your tiny, delicate blood vessels remain incredibly flexible, deeply resilient, and perfectly clear, actively promoting optimal, life-giving circulation while you are deep in sleep. Furthermore, avocados are incredibly rich in vital vitamin K and natural folate, two crucial nutrients that work perfectly and synergistically together to aggressively prevent the dangerous formation of microscopic blood clots deep within the brain's tissue, intensely protecting you against the subtle, often unnoticed microstrokes that are a major, hidden contributor to severe age-related cognitive decline and sudden memory loss. Eating just a portion of a healthy avocado right before bed provides a remarkably slow, steady, and incredibly reliable release of clean-burning, high-octane fuel that consistently keeps your brain's delicate mitochondria perfectly energized and highly functional throughout the long, deeply restorative fasting period of the night, completely preventing the dangerous energy deprivation that inevitably leads to massive toxic buildup and cellular death. The third vital, non-negotiable food on this specific list is walnuts, which are quite literally, beautifully shaped exactly like a miniature human brain for a very profound, evolutionary reason. Walnuts are extraordinarily, incredibly dense in highly specific, incredibly protective polyphenol, highly bioavailable vitamin E, and a uniquely powerful plant-based omega-3 fatty acid called ALA, which the human body masterfully converts into the very specific chemical compounds deeply needed to fiercely protect your fragile neurons from severe, destructive oxidative stress. As your hardworking brain rapidly consumes huge, massive amounts of oxygen to constantly fuel its intense nightly rebuilding and memory consolidation phase, it naturally, unavoidably produces dangerous metabolic byproducts known as free radicals, which act exactly like microscopic, highly destructive sparks that can severely damage your fragile cellular DNA and rapidly accelerate the aging process. The unique, powerful, and highly concentrated antioxidants found exclusively in walnuts act exactly like a heavy, protective biological fire blanket, rapidly and effectively neutralizing these dangerous free radicals long before they can ever cause any lasting, permanent harm to your precious cognitive architecture. Moreover, Walnuts contain a beautiful, highly effective amount of naturally occurring melatonin, the exact master hormone that perfectly regulates your delicate sleep-wake cycle, meaning that intentionally eating them before bed not only provides the essential, physical building blocks for deep memory consolidation, but also physically, chemically helps naturally induce the deeply restorative, intensely healing phases of slow-wave sleep where the magical glymphatic system is at its absolute, most active and most incredibly concentrated, deeply necessary dose of phosphatidylserine and essential choline straight to your dinner table. Choline is the absolute direct, necessary biological precursor to acetylcholine, the absolute primary, fundamental neurotransmitter completely responsible for your working memory, your daily focus, and the sheer, remarkable speed of your overall cognitive processing and mental agility. As we relentlessly age, our body's natural, internal production of crucial acetylcholine heavily plummets, leaving us constantly, frustratingly struggling to simply find the right words in a sentence, deeply failing to remember very recent events, and feeling a terrifying, growing disconnect from our own once-sharp minds. By intentionally eating rich, delicious mackerel, you are directly, effectively replenishing this absolutely vital chemical reservoir at the exact precise moment when your exhausted brain intensely needs it the absolute most to physically, permanently encode exciting new memories deep into your complex neural architecture during the critical REM sleep cycle. Now, here is the part that profoundly, completely changes absolutely everything you thought you knew about brain health and aging. You might be highly tempted to simply run down to the local pharmacy or go online and easily buy all of these exact nutrients in cheap, isolated pill form, genuinely thinking that simply swallowing a handful of synthetic supplements is a much easier, faster solution than actually changing your evening meals and your daily habits. But that is a profound, incredibly dangerous mistake that completely, utterly ignores the breathtaking, highly intricate complexity of true human biology and the brilliant design of nature. These 5 specific, miraculous foods, the wild-caught sardines, the rich avocado, the dense walnuts, the dark spinach, and the fatty mackerel, do not ever work in simple, isolated biological silos. They are perfectly, masterfully designed by nature to function together as a highly integrated, beautifully synergistic, and profoundly powerful healing system. The specific, healthy, rich fats found in the avocado and the mackerel are absolutely, biologically required for your complex digestive system to properly absorb the crucial fat-soluble vitamins and the delicate, powerful antioxidants deeply hidden within the cellular walls of the spinach and the walnuts. The highly specific, essential amino acids found so abundantly in the sardines provide the exact, necessary structural cellular scaffolding that the circulating omega-3s seamlessly attach to, effortlessly creating a massive, cascading, deeply healing biological reaction that a cheap, isolated synthetic supplement simply cannot ever hope to replicate or mimic in a million years. When you intelligently, purposely combine these exact 5 whole foods into a single, highly intentional evening meal, you are not just simply eating to satisfy a temporary hunger. You are powerfully, actively writing a brand new, deeply restorative line of genetic code directly into your body's ultimate biological software. You are brilliantly orchestrating a precise, magnificent symphony of optimal digestion, maximum cellular absorption, and highly targeted neurological delivery that perfectly, flawlessly aligns with your body's deeply ingrained circadian rhythm. You are actively, bravely choosing to finally interrupt the terrifying, seemingly inevitable trajectory of age-related brain decay, permanently stepping completely out of the highly vulnerable, massive demographic of those who simply, passively watch their beautiful, precious memories slowly fade into nothingness, and boldly stepping into a glorious place of absolute, undeniable empowerment and vibrant, lasting health. You now fully, deeply understand the hidden, microscopic nightly battle violently raging inside your own skull, and you know exactly, precisely how to heavily arm your miraculous glymphatic system. Small step you take today can help protect your memories tomorrow. What will you choose for dinner tonight? Fiercely protect your tiny, vital mitochondria and permanently extinguish the raging neuroinflammation that constantly threatens your future independence and your very sense of self. You intimately realize that true cognitive clarity, a razor-sharp, highly reliable memory, and profound, long-term brain health are absolutely not just rare, lucky privileges reserved only for the genetically blessed, but are the direct, highly measurable, and beautifully rewarding results of the simple, highly intentional, daily choices you actively make every single time you stand at the local grocery store. Most people will continue to make that incredibly important decision completely unconsciously, blindly letting modern convenience heavily dictate their ultimate cognitive destiny, ignorantly, consistently consuming highly processed, heavily manufactured, intensely sugar-laden evening meals that violently spike their insulin, completely shut down their brain's crucial nightly cleansing cycle, and rapidly, tragically accelerate the silent, deadly buildup of those terrifying beta-amyloid plaques. Now, you have a clearer understanding of how your brain works and how you can support it in a simple, natural way. With the right knowledge and small daily choices, you can help your brain repair itself, strengthen its connections, and gently clear away what it no longer needs. Caring for your brain doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, some of the most powerful support comes from the everyday foods you choose to eat. By nourishing your body with the right ingredients, you're also helping your mind stay clear, your memory stay strong, and your independence remain in your hands for years to come. Your brain has an amazing ability to heal and restore itself. It simply needs the right support. And the beautiful part is this: that support can begin with something as simple as your next meal. So tonight, as you sit down to eat, take a moment to choose foods that truly care for you, because every small step you take today can help protect your memories tomorrow. What will you choose for dinner tonight?